So right before I came up, my wife was nice enough to remind me of two things that I do really poorly with presentations. One is talk too fast, and the other is play with my beard. So I'm going to try not to fail at either of those.
I was nice about it. I wasn't mean.
Sam, thank you for the introduction. So as he mentioned, I'm with MomentPitch. Who here is a House of Cards fan? Anybody?
House of
Yes,
Cards.
a few. House of Cards, yes, okay, all right. We have a few at least. So House of Cards actually led us to this product. So I'll tell you a little bit more about it. So one of our co-founders, Will, was watching the show, and it was, don't worry, I'm not going to give anything away if you're still catching up. In season 3, Doug Stamper was there with his brother, and they were at his house, and his brother was really giving him a hard time about his life and kind of his priorities, and he said, you know, look, you only have 2 pictures in your entire house, and it panned over to his refrigerator, and it was completely empty. And so Will started thinking, he said, you know, why is that? Why do we not print photos anymore? And so we started to ask that question. We started to explore that problem. Why do we not print photos? And what we found was it's really a pain in the butt. Most people anymore have a digital camera, their phone. You know, a good majority of photos are just taken on your phone at this point. So those photos are stuck there, and it's a pain to download an app and then select the pictures out of the 500 that you took over vacation that you want to actually print, upload those, have those printed, go to Walgreens and pick them up. So that is the problem that we identified. The solution that we're going after is to really take the pain out of printing those photos. So what we're going to do is we're providing a monthly service. It's going to provide you with a curated list of your photos with easy selection, intuitive UI, and the prints just show up at your door. We did a survey when we were exploring all this to see if it made sense to really move into it at all. 50% of all people print their photos at least twice a year. 75% of the people that said they want to print their photos said they would do it more often if it was easier. So that's really that's the market we're trying to go after. That's what we want to hone in on, and that's what we want to knock out of the park, really. So our target market, from what we found from our surveys, is busy moms, especially with children 12 years and under. They're taking a lot of pictures. They have grandmas and grandpas that might be out of town. They want to be able to capture those moments and share them out. But they don't want to waste their time doing it. They want to have an easy way to do that. For growth for it, we're looking at a number of different mediums. One is a free month for a referral. So if you've signed up and you've selected your first pictures and you share that out on Facebook. If somebody comes and signs up and actually gets their first month, then you get a free month for that. Other things are Facebook advertising, Pinterest advertising. We're about 2 months into this, so we're still really developing our overall strategy. We have the idea and where we want to go with it. Competition, subscription services, our group book and Piccolo. Group book, if you guys watch Shark Tank at all, you may have seen group book. They got funding through Shark Tank, ended up getting bought by Shutterfly for $14 million. Small amount. They have a great product. What they do, they're focusing on making it cheap and giving you a lot of pictures. Our difference with them is we want to make it quality photos. So they give you 100 photos a month, which is a lot of photos, and it's in a book, but the photo quality is not that great. So we want to make it something that you actually want to hang on your wall or put on your desk at work or put on your refrigerator, something that you would share out with your friends and family. So differentiators that we're really going after are the ease of use, the quality of the photos, and then, of course, the first product inspired by House of Cards. Co-founders, we've got myself, and then Will Lowry's really our marketing guy. He's run a handful of different companies and is amazing at that side of the business, which I greatly suffer at. And then we have Ruz Marzoff. He's in charge of the tech side of it. He's doing all the development, the web app, the mobile apps. Financial summary, we're going to have 3 plans available, $4.99, $6.99, $9.99 for 5, 10, and 20 prints. And then we're also going to have a huge assortment of add-ons eventually. The initial iteration is not going to have these add-ons. So for example, additional 4x6 prints, if you want some for yourself and some to send to your mom and dad, you can do that. Larger prints or canvases, that kind of thing. Milestones, August 2015, we're looking to launch the alpha program. October is the public launch, with December having the mobile apps. And, current needs, we need alpha testers. Right now we're only doing Dropbox. Sign up for early access. There is no obligation. If you do that, it just keeps you informed. And then just spread the word. Facebook, Twitter, our friends. Thank you.
How's the curation thing work? You know, you get 200 pictures a month. How do I get the 10 that I care?
Sure. So it's going to develop over time. The initial product that we're going to have is going to do things like if you've taken 15 pictures in 10 seconds, it collapses those all down together. It looks at the content, the picture itself, and tries to pick the best one. You can go in there and select another one if you want to. But you know, we try to weed out the bad photos, the blurry photos, one that has a finger over top of it. Eventually, down the road, what we want to do, we've started to look at some machine learning. So for you as a user in particular, it'll learn what kind of pictures you like to take, what kind of pictures you like to print, and then we want to be able to make suggestions off of that. Yes?
Is it going to be something where we would download your app, take all pictures through that app, or is it going to be where we take our pictures and mail it through the app, or how does it work out to get the pictures to you?
So the way that we're doing it initially, until we get our mobile apps out, is we're hooking up to Dropbox and Google Photos and Flickr and all of those sites where a lot of people have their photos backed up to anyways. And it will pull from those directly and give you that curated list. I mentioned the December mobile applications. What those will do is automatically upload all your photos as you're taking them, and then each month you'll get an email saying, hey, your photos are ready, go here and select them, and we'll ship them out.
How do you make sure I use my 10?
How do
you make sure I use my 10?
You use your 10 pictures.
Because that's my subscription.
So one of the things that we're doing along with that is we'll check throughout the month to make sure that we have pictures that we have access to. If we don't, we'll send you an email. Hey, did something go wrong? You know, did something get disconnected? Do you not have the app anymore? Do you not want it anymore? But then additionally, the $4.99 plan doesn't have rollover. It's kind of like your minutes for a wireless plan. So the $4.99, which is 5 pictures, doesn't have rollover, but the others do. So if you don't get to 10 pictures one month, they'll roll over to the next month. Additionally, we want to make it really easy to put it on hold, and you know, maybe you haven't taken a lot of pictures that month and you want to put it on hold for that month or cancel. You know, we want to make that easy for you. The biggest thing is keeping it easy and not making it a hassle for you.
Did you bring some samples?
I did not. No, sorry. I actually just when we were selecting a service to print the photos, we had a few different ones, and I actually just got my first ones. But we need it for a promotional video that we're doing, so I did not bring it and open it up. Yes?
A social media question and then 2 quick pricing questions. Have you considered integrating with Instagram, since that's such a popular service?
It's something that we're looking at. The issue with Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and pulling photos from those is those photos are generally not stored in a high enough resolution that it actually prints well. So going back to the whole quality thing, we don't want to send you crappy photos. So initially we're not pulling from that, but at the same time we're working on algorithms to hook up to your Facebook account so we can see what photos you've put there and then see if we can find an original for that so that we can offer that to you.
And then the pricing ones, is the pricing inclusive of shipping?
It is, yes.
And then is it profitable if everybody is getting every picture that they're supposed to be getting, or is it more like a gym membership?
No, it is profitable Even if everybody is on the $4.99 plan, we still have a profit. The nice thing is we do have a day job as well, so we don't have the overhead of salaries and things like that, and we've kept our server cost to really a minimum, so our overhead is very minimal. Yeah?
Are the prints archive quality? I mean, it seems that a lot of people are going to someday wonder where all their digital pictures went.
Yeah, and they are. So you mean the ones that are actually printed then? Yes, they are. So we use Lustra prints, which are some of the top-notch photos that you can get.
How do they get their prints?
It's shipped directly to them. So when they're setting,
UPS, first class?
It's just U.S. Postal Service.
U.S. Post,
Yeah.
Parcel Post.
Yeah. Yeah, and we do that again to try to keep the price down. Yeah, so it's about 7 days to receive the pictures after you select them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you plan on growing market-wise? How are you going to grow?
How are we going to grow? That's a good
Other
question.
than the people that just heard you.
Yeah. So a lot of what we're hoping is word of mouth. So we have about 250 email addresses currently, and we don't have a product yet. So our hope is that as we actually are able to ship something, obviously they'll share on Facebook. Hey, I got my photos, that kind of thing. But also we'll do Facebook advertising, we'll do Pinterest advertising. We're looking at any of the profit we have for the first 6 months to just put back into marketing.
Nope, get rid of the traffic.